team selection first.
Yeah.
How much of a balancing act between making changes and giving the guys a chance of redemption from last weekend?
Yeah, good question. It's a balance of both. Gone for a few combinations, keeping together, and also a little bit of experience in there, and what we think for this weekend, what we needed for this weekend, especially with a bit of wet weather coming.
Rieko was out last week, now he's in this week. What's your thinking behind it?
Oh, he's had a great few weeks. It's his opportunity. Look, he's had some great performances beside Geordie Barrett there, and there's an opportunity to have another crack.
Not too sure what plan's been for this week or on regards coaching, but obviously a new group of coaches comes in and you want to stamp the mark on the team, quite rightly. Is there a fear that you can overcoach?
Oh, I think, I asked that question yourself all day. The ability to coach simply is probably the first thing in our minds. Look, we learned a lot last weekend, we all did, and just got to learn quick and then go and put it into action. So that's been our focus.
Sam Kane back on the bench. What did you
just experience? Look, he's been exceptional in our group, and we think it's going to be important at the back end of the game.
What do you need to see the big shift, Scott?
Well, we're creating enough moments. We're creating opportunities. We're just giving a few away, keeping teams in the game with execution. If you look at all our test matches, we've created enough, but we're just, giving them back opportunities. So around our discipline, finishing our jobs, and just executing.
Scott, when did Ethan pick up his injury?
Ethan de Groot earlier this week. Yeah. So he was going to start, but he's obviously Tamiaiti comes in now.
So you've made just the one injury enforced change to your pack, and after a test where they were probably bested by the opposition. Do you lay a challenge at their feet to respond?
It is. I think every will be full pack after a result like that. It's a chance for a bit of redemption and another opportunity, and they've owned it. We all have, and it's great to move forward now. We looked at it and then thought, here we go, Eden Park. Let's get into it.
The other takeaway from the weekend was the amount of time you're spending at the wrong end of the field.
Yeah.
How much of a focus was that been this week?
Yeah, look, getting out of our back fence has really been important to us. It's really clear from the weekend. We put enough time into it this week.
Has it been on DMAC and
It's everyone's got a role to play, especially in you've got to exit well or get out of your own area. Everyone's got to be really clear on what we're doing and how we do it.
Near the end of the game last week, there was some confusion around the line out and what have you. How do you, and yes, the Pumas were putting pressure on, how do you clear up that confusion?
Oh, look, the Pumas are good. It's just simple, like most things, it's communication. And one call, there was a late call and someone missed it. So we've worked on that, making sure that everyone understands the call and then go and execute it this week.
Did the late call come from the box or from...
Oh no, we're not going into all the details in it, but it was a late call. Yeah.
Scott, you've picked Will Jordan on the right wing. You've said previously you see him as a fullback who can cover wing. Just what's your thinking around, is this an easing him back kind of process, or what's your thinking around this aspect?
Oh look, we believe his skill set's perfect for this combination. Obviously Bones plays really good footy. They've worked together closely and good voice. They execute really well together, so just the experience we felt was best for this weekend.
In terms of both your wings being dropped from Wellington, is that something you've seen, or is it just giving opportunity to the likes of Caleb and Will?
My job's to build cohesion and also what's right for this team. Like he's a power wing. Caleb can't carry the ball and get into line, and he's good in the air, so we just think those two will complement each other this weekend.
Was it hard to leave Anton Brown out after last week?
It was, look, got two good centres. It's a great competition, and that's Rieko's opportunity.
Do you have an idea? Were you to make a change at halfback, or is this not the type of game where you train a youngster in?
No, good question. Look, TJ can play. There's opportunity to go again this weekend and lead the team. in the 9 jersey. We've got a good combination with Cortez going, so they'll work well together again this weekend.
After that loss, how motivated are the players for this weekend's game?
The energy's quickly focused from the learnings to getting on the field. It's the best way to show how much it means.
You guys haven't played Argentina at Eden Park since I think 2011. Does that bring, I guess, a lot of hunger as well to perform, I guess, at Eden Park?
Yeah, there's always a lot of hunger. You know, Eden Park's a great place, something we really respect, and you know, we'll respect it on Saturday night.
What would it mean to this team to notch 50 unbeaten?
To what?
To notch 50 tests unbeaten at Eden Park, what would that mean to this team?
I mean a lot. I mean a lot, yeah.
There's a lot of talk from the players about being more direct this weekend. From a ball carrying perspective from the pack, are you getting what you need there?
Yep, yeah, we talk about directness, ability to get us go forward. When we do it really well, don't we? And we just need to see more of it. So, yeah.
Scott, do you have an idea of how long Ethan de Groot might be out for? Is it a minor injury or?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Scott, what has stood out about the way Sam sort of, adapted to now being just a player again?
Sam Cane.
Cane. And, there's not most guys when they've stood in for captaincy, they haven't played again after that point. Has he sort of taken well to that sort of different role?
Yeah, look, because he's so experienced and he's got the ability to play a couple of positions, and he knows what these big test matches are about. His influence on the group, his a little bit of gold, just at the timing of the information, how it's delivered, his tone is pretty special. So another opportunity for him in the black jersey.
What's this week been like for you? You haven't had many weeks yourself where you've come off a loss as big as that one last Saturday. What's it been like for you, sort of having that experience?
Oh, just a clear focus to get today right and game day. That's and really good energy for the group, and make sure we in the right place when we need to be, and keep everyone on.
How important is Sam Cane's voice this week, given what happened last week?
Oh, really important, to come on and finish. As I said, all his experience that he's got in the black jersey is timely that he comes on the bench for us.
Was there a lack of calm out there towards the end last week, do you think, Scott? Do you think that's something that Sam will bring to the table?
Yeah, I think calmness is something Sam's got in his game. Great messages at the right time.
How close was Luke to being fit?
He's probably another week away. Yeah.
Are you expecting much different from the Pumas, or do you think they'll try and replicate what they did last week?
I think a bit of both, actually. They're quite innovative. Felipe's a smart coach. I'm not sure. I think they'll roll out what they did last week. They'll be a step ahead on that stuff, so we've considered that as well.
They breached you in the backs a bit more than they had previously. Was that sort of a new kind of style or your approach from them?
What part of the game was that?
Through midfield, off their short ball from Matera a few times.
The turnover, there was that turnover option, and we looked and considered all those things, and people have, we learn quick. We have to, don't we?
How much did you think the season that Pablo Matera spent over here has improved him as a player under your coaching?
Pablo, he was a massive, wasn't he? You got to give him a little golf clap on that. He was superb. Captaincy. Look, he's just so passionate. He would, and in that game, he lived every moment. We learned a lot from him and how he performed. And look, he's an international quality level player, and good.
Because that's the last experience he's had on Eden Park, so he's not coming in.
That's a good point. Jeez, you think deeply about these questions, don't you? Look, as I said the other week, got a good relationship, but now we're playing test footy, so it's another week, isn't it?
There were quite a few stoppages in the game, like the England tests. How do you rectify that, or how do you make sure that's kept on top of?
That's role of the ref, and also a bit of man management with the captain, checking in and what's next, and have we had time, and they've got shot clocks and stuff, so it's a good point, hopefully I've got a spare pair of boots on the sideline.
Just in terms of the end of games, we saw in July, are you looking for someone? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, someone's waving out, excuse me.
Sorry, in July we saw, Bowden obviously came off the bench in that impact role and he's, now starting for that. How much consideration has there been to
With Bowden?
keeping him in that sort of bench role?
Yeah, a bit of both. He's playing good footy. He's in form, and the experience that he brings is really valuable for us. So, in these first 5 tests, he's played his role. Doesn't mean it's always going to be like this. You've got to have versatility and utility in your team. So, it's what required this weekend.
How good's it going to be back playing test football?
Yeah, looking forward to it. A lot of hard work's gone in to get back to this stage. Was pretty nervous for the team naming, and really stoked to be able to jag a spot on the bench. And look forward to getting out there.
Did you think this might not happen again?
No, I suppose I don't know if just hearing you ask that question, I don't think I really thought that too far ahead, and thought of worst case scenario. I sort of always believed that I would get back and that I had plenty to offer. Still back my ability, and just through rehab and coming back from surgery, you get really zoned. You have to, from my experience, don't think of the end result because it seems so far away at times. Just often would be about getting through that training week and finishing the week at a better place than you started, and then often reset and sometimes just literally do the same week again and try and do it a bit better. Yeah.
How do you balance out not being captain but still being quite a voice in this team? How does that?
Yeah, I think having been in since from the start, even though having not been named in that first team, has allowed me to sort of get a feel for where I can contribute and how I can fit in from a leadership point of view and how I can help. And certainly now, the last week and this week, feel a lot more comfortable. And I suppose at the start you're just conscious you don't want to be stepping on those boys' toes. But want them to lead the best that they can and just support them the best I can.
And if you see something, obviously.
Yeah, and absolutely, and I think the good part is between Artie and Scooter, Geordie and Cody, vice captains this weekend. We've all played a lot of rugby together, so it's not like we don't have the off-field relationship. So it's worked out well.
Sam, you've been through these situations, off a loss and all this bouncing back so many times. What's the key in your experience to getting it right, to getting that equation, that formula right for a bounce back?
Yeah, very good question. My experience is not trying to focus on all the... because you'll look at a loss and think, man, there's so many things we could improve, but just nailing a couple of big rocks that are going to make the biggest difference, and then going out there with a mindset and attitude of really taking the game to them, particularly for an all-back fullback.
What did you take out of last weekend's test, watching on from the sideline?
Obviously it was tough to watch the boys go down. Also, even though you're not playing, the boys who are part of the squad put a lot into the training week as well, and try and pride ourselves on preparing the team the best we can. So I think now that the coaches have talked some of the finer details that we've spoken about in review, but ultimately we sort of we'd apply pressure through points and then ease it off. You look at the scoreboard, it was a real ding-dong battle, and we didn't really manage to stack good moments on good moments, which ultimately applies more pressure. And a lot of that comes down to some of the exits, some of the skill execution. So, as always, areas to improve on.
Sorry.
That's right.
Can you just clarify how much rugby you've actually played in the last wee while?
2 80-minute games and a 60. So do the maths. What's that? 240. Yeah.
Sam, just following on from the captain question, do you think it almost eases the pressure that you're not named as captain and you can come on and just fully focus on yourself and your game?
Yeah, maybe. I think, yeah, I mean, there's definitely not as much mental load, I suppose, would be the biggest thing about not being skipper. But at the same time, like, I still greatly care about the team and how we're going. So, like, my mind, that's sort of how my mind works in a little way too, like looking at and thinking of things, and it's sort of been programmed that way for a few years now. So, yeah, certainly not the same mental load. And look, my focus will just be really to come on and do my job the best I can.
Sam, are you glad to have the chance to write a new ending in the black jersey?
Yeah, well, I never really thought about it as the last chapter, or the last page, the last one. So, yeah, I've been around long enough to, you know, really, I suppose, like, not take any test match for granted. And as I said, like, probably this one will be pretty sweet running out, or coming off the bench, knowing the amount of work that's gone in to get back here. I mean, my last professional game was back in January, so yeah, excited for the opportunity.
How did you actually find out you were in the team this week? Was it just a team meeting, or did
team naming, yeah.
What about the physicality, Sam? I guess coming on, the excitement around getting those first couple of hits, and is that something you're really, I guess, gritting your teeth for, getting pumped for?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, really enjoying some of the defence philosophies that Scott Hansen's installing, and we obviously don't have it. It's not the finished product yet, but yeah, Argentinians, they like to run hard, and yeah, we'll be looking to bring our own physicality, and hopefully I can contribute there.
Sam, after the last two defeats to Argentina, obviously the response from the All Blacks was an emphatic win. Why do you think that was the case?
Oh, like lessons learnt from the game, and how they played, and what we didn't do well and could do better. The biggest, I suppose, a risk here is, like, can't be any assumptions that that's just going to be the case again. It doesn't just happen. Working hard to make sure lessons are learnt during the week, and that's reflected in how we've been training, and hopefully we can go out there and put it out there.
Just on the Eden Park record, I know we've obviously spoken about it a lot over the years in general, but why do you think it has always been such a stronghold for the All Blacks over the years?
Yeah, look, I really don't know the answer to that. It certainly probably feels like although we don't have a base here in New Zealand, it certainly probably feels like our spiritual home as the All Blacks. We always get awesome support, as we do all around the country, to be fair, but yeah, I can't pinpoint why, but don't want to be the ones involved in being on the wrong side of that. Yeah.
It's been a fairly crazy 10 months in the life of Sam Cane, so how exciting will these next few days be?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, me and my wife have talked about, like, the recently and what's to come the next sort of 6 or so months, and just accepted that this is how life is at the moment. We're just taking it sort of step by step, but just really excited and grateful for the opportunity. Sort of feels like you really have to earn your spot as it should be, and yeah, just looking forward to doing my role.
Sam, looking to cover 6 and 7 from the bench, or is it purely a 7 focus?
No, I'll cover 7 and 8. So if Artie was to go off, then I'd slot 8.
How's the hammy holding up in case you have to do any more of those big stretching runs?
No, the hammy's holding up real good. We've been testing it out a lot lately just to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Sounds like you're doing a bit of sprinting.
Yeah, trying to. But yeah, we've just been working with the physios and making sure I'm getting a few sprints in the week to look after it.
How exciting for you and the family to start a test at Eden Park?
Yeah, it's cool. I haven't played at Eden Park in a while now, and I guess you could say this is my home stadium. It'd be cool to have my family come down from up north and support me, and it's actually been a while since they've been at a game, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
A couple of bus loads, or just?
Oh, hopefully not too many. But yeah, I think my grandparents and my parents, just all the close ones that I can spend some time with after the game as well.
Tamiaiti, the scrum has been a real success area for the All Blacks so far in this season. What have been the work-ons this week?
This week?
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't too many scrums last week,
Yeah.
so no, this week we're just working on scrumming as a pack, really getting reps in, quality reps, because as we know, anything can happen in a game of rugby. There could be no scrums in the first 20, or there could be 10 scrums in the first 20. So
What do you prefer?
either way, it doesn't bother me. No, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. And
Just given that field position was a real issue in the last test, you guys are spending a lot of time playing out of your own half, and that scrums would normally be a way that you'd relieve that pressure. Has that message been put through this week?
yeah, we had a lot of learnings last weekend, and mate, to be honest, that's the game drivers. I'll leave that up to them. But for me, as a forward, I can just set them up and just listen to their call and what they want, so we can move our way down the field.
How differently do you prepare for an Argentinian scrum, with most guys playing in the Northern Hemisphere than Europe, compared to, say, Super or Australians?
Yeah, they scrum a bit different to how we do down here, and it's exciting because something different is always cool. Different pitches, so we'll make sure we prep well for what they're going to bring, and hopefully show the refs some good pitches. So,
They'll be coming in with, I guess, some extra confidence after their win as well. How do you counter that?
No, good on them. They won, and kudos to them. But it's a new week this week. We prepare deeply, and we back our preparations. So we'll be ready for this Saturday. And yeah, we look forward to it.
These days you're asked to carry the ball more than ever, probably, even as a front row forward. How much do you enjoy that side of the game?
Oh, I love it, bro. I'm looking forward to the physicality battle out there on the weekend, and yeah, hopefully I can get a few touches early. But yeah, if that's what our game drivers want me to do, I'll do it. But yeah, just being really clear, I listen to what they want. So.
You haven't played for a while, have you? Or started for a while? When did you start against Fiji?
Yeah, that's my last game.
But ready
so.
to rip into it again, obviously.
Yeah, can't wait.
How are you feeling just as an All Black? You've been in the team for about a year now, like not super long, but longer than some others. Like, how's your role in the squad feeling to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, there's a lot of new people, like new young boys in the team, and I still look at myself being young, but I guess the best thing I can do to help them out is prepare like how I got taught from the guys like Nepo and Offa last year when I first come in. Was just try to set a good example, I guess, and help them out, but also learn off them, because the new boys this year, they're pretty talented, as we all can see, and it's been good getting to know them.
So would you say your leadership is something you're maybe developing a little bit in this environment?
I wouldn't say leadership, but more just, I guess I'm starting to understand what I need through the week, and if I can help the boys out in any way, I'm happy to. So, yeah, it's just connecting with them.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How good to be back in the starting team.
Starting team, yeah, I was going to say, I was still there last week. Look, it's awesome, and just proves that any one of us midfielders need to be ready, because whoever gets that lucky opportunity to start, it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Is it hard to handle though, starting team 1 week, bench the next, starting team the next, or is that just part of it?
Nah, that's just the way the All Blacks is. I think, I sort of had gotten used to starting, I guess, but that this, sort of reignites that competition that's always been there, and it's that healthy competition within us midfielders. So, I'm just the lucky one this week to get given the opportunity, and now it's our job as myself, Jordan and Anton to perform.
How important are the team plays with clean heads this week?
Oh yeah, super important. Look, I think we've got everything in place, and it's sort of just now about freeing ourselves come Saturday. All the confidence we get should be from our Monday to Friday prep, and then come Saturday's it's a game we've played since we were 5. So look, the boys look sharp, competing hard, and I'm excited to see Saturday.
Obligatory Eden Park streak question incoming, but it is a kind of special one this week. If the All Blacks win, it'll be 50 tests, unbeaten there. As someone who's a local, who has had some really memorable moments on Eden Park, what does it mean to you?
Oh look, we just love playing at Eden Park, and we enjoy the occasion, and sort of last week set up this week as a as a pinnacle game for us, and a sort of one in our season especially. So we're looking forward to playing there, and there are inconvenient facts surrounding Eden Park, and whatever that looks like, I'm not too sure, but it's about this week's purely about our preparations and getting that 100% right.
Is it fair to say that you're probably thinking about this game a little bit differently than you guys might have thought when the fixtures first came out?
Oh, myself?
Yep.
Oh, I think nah. Like, obviously, if you guys are lucky enough ever to wear the jersey, you don't take any team lightly, and our preparations remain that bone deep, but whether our execution was just off, so we never take a team lightly, although some may think so, but in here and as a squad and as a management, we prepare every week like we're All Blacks.
And just specifically on the technical aspects of your game, especially in midfield, like we saw in the English series, there's a lot of talk about the defence rushing up on you guys. It sort of felt like a lot of the work of the block runners wasn't quite accurate enough. Is that a fair assumption, and that you guys are just still working on the more off-the-ball work than the guys with the ball in hand?
Oh, yeah, look,
I don't expect you to tell us exactly what or anything, but
look, I think that during the English, there's a bit of still learning our game and sort of getting comfortable with our game, and I think we're at a point now where we've had over a month together plus, so our game, we understand it, and now, as I said, it's just about execution, and whether that's timing, whether that's individual skill set, whether that's my own skill set, that all needs to come right on Saturday.
You mentioned the month time frame, new coaches, new management, quite a big change, right? Has that become clearer in the last week or two, and how important it is that word clarity around everything?
Yeah, no, I think there's we have extreme confidence in our clarity now. We know our game. We trust our coaches. We've trusted our review. We still trust our team.
There's been a lot to take it on board over the last month.
Oh, yeah, but any sort of new environment is. I felt the same way coming into the Blues at the start of the year. So, that shouldn't be an excuse for our execution on Saturday, but definitely plays a little bit of a part. And look, our trainings on Tuesday were sharp, and today and tomorrow were hopefully sharp. And like I said, everything's about getting our confidence up, so come Saturday we can just play for you.
Played a lot with Sam Kane. What does it mean to have Sam back and his voice around this team?
Yeah, look, Sam's a huge lead for us, and being injured, he still had that influential role. He's played in big games, he's played in many All Blacks games, and just having his experience around a group that's, especially last week after we lost, his voice sort of more than anything has lifted this team. So it's going to be awesome to have his shoulders back in the team on Saturday, and I'm sure he's ready to go.
What about Sam Dowie? There's this
claw.
scrawny kid that arrives from Christchurch a couple of years ago. You think, oh, who's this?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he doesn't look out of place in Test match football.
Oh yeah, I think he credits a lot of that to the Blues, but yeah, look, Sam, honestly, like seeing his growth from the Blues has into this environment, and sort of him becoming having to quickly become a voice, with Paddy and Scott both out. He's had to lead vocally a lot more, but just to see his all-round game and the way he carries himself is awesome. So. Long live the claw, man.
As each step, he's become a starter, a key man for the Blues, and now as he's taken each step, he just hasn't looked out of place.
Correct. Yeah. That's the perfect joke.
One more Blues name check. Just when you think of, I guess, Auckland rugby, it's probably your family and the Clarks lining up with Caleb this weekend. What does that mean, I guess, as Blues boys?
Yeah, look, Caleb and I played a lot of footy together, and on a ground that we love so much, and we've played a lot of footy this year on that ground. So I know he's ready to go, and he's been looking forward to an opportunity to play a team like RG. So again, it's all about his preparations, and I'm excited to see him with ball in hand.